I'm digging down for Sesh Samantha. Curious how long, what kind of practice. Hi, Sophie. Thank you, Mountain Light from Utah. Oh, what a blessing. Um, Randy, my computer guy. Randy, I am at another address. I'm not home. I was having way too many interruptions with my network. So for right now, I've shifted the gig somewhere else. We're having major issues at our home with the internet kicking me off all the time. And so here we are, new space. It's a little cleaner. Sadly, no dogs for me, but we'll see how this all goes. So Sarah, this is a really Sarah Willis, one of my teachers. Nice to have you. This is a really gentle, slow flow kind of movement with breath and some nice stretches. And I always offer for everyone to add on to any part of the practice that they like and also leave out, right? So important to take care of ourselves and really practice tapping into our bodies and not overdoing. But the other side of that, also putting that effort in to create new space for ourselves mentally and physically. So that's kind of how I teach, but really want it to be up to you to explore yourself, your body, and move as you like. Good morning, Permeal or Pam and Tim. Thank you so much. Kathy, good morning. And Kathy, thank you. Thank you all who have been sending donations. It's been very sweet, not required, but again, very kind of you. And I very much appreciate it as we move through these times. I very much appreciate. So today, thank you, Sarah. I always encourage props. So, and I know some of you are home and you might not have all of the things that you need. I seem to have props wherever I go. The back of my car is full of things. So I have blocks. I have a mat. If you don't have any blocks, I encourage you to use books that are sturdy and even in height, or cans of soup, or even better, those sort of larger cans of stewed tomatoes. If you have those are great kind of foundation. So other than that, just take it easy, enjoy and relax. And I'm going to move to the mat. Perfect. So, actually interesting, really nice to be in a new space for me. So, just as we begin, just let your body settle. You might rock the sit bones a little bit side to side. And I'm in this seat of Sukhasana with the legs crossed, but again, really important. Make this about you. So you might sit up on a towel or a blanket, and you also might change how your legs are. For right now, we're just dropping into our bodies. So you can have your legs however they feel comfortable to you, your knees, your hips, right? And then just allow yourself this time just to feel the energy in your body. Feel the energy around you, so outside of you. And just notice, take in the space wherever you are. Take in the sensations, the sounds, the temperature, any distractions in the other room or outside. And just then come back into that space, that energy inside of you. And just begin that journey, this beginning of our practice, always just dropping in. This beginning of our practice, allowing our minds to settle, to quiet. This practice of yoga, the first sutra of Patanjali, Yoga Chitti Vritti Nirodha. Yoga is the quieting of the agitations of the mind. This is the practice, and this is what we do as we move through postures, as we take breath, focus the mind, as we study deeply all of these different elements. It's about refocusing the mind, shifting and training the mind to be less outside of ourselves, less negative, less anxious. And just observing ourselves when that arises. Dropping back into our hearts, right? The Buddha said the foundation of all is love. And whenever I come back to that space in my heart, that space of love, it's just a quietness that comes about me, a softness. It feels so sweet, so good. So just what is it for you? Can you drop into your heart? Can you let go of that mind? Can you find that sweet breath and that quietness, if not just for a moment? Notice how it feels. Give yourself that space, that time. And just soften into your body now. Let the shoulders melt away from the ears. Let those facial muscles release, those eyebrows, those eyelids, those cheek muscles, the jaw. Let them soften. Those lips. And then notice this breath as we begin to shape it a little bit. Take the control of it, but relax into it. Taking 3 breaths to start. Soft inhales through the nose and opening the mouth out through the back of the throat. Exhale out. Again, inhale. Soft exhale. And one more like that. Inhale. And that soft exhale. And then letting the lips close. Feeling the breath in and out through the nose. And practicing this pranayama of Ujjayi pranayama. This breath in and out through the nose. A slight narrowing into the back of the throat, creating vibration into the back of the throat, into the vocal cords. And for me, the love of breath, I love the sound. So listen to the sound that's created, like the ocean waves as the breath comes in and out. Follow this breath. And again, if it's new to you, just practice it. There's that narrowing into the throat that creates vibration. This vibration calming our nervous system. This sound that's made focusing our minds. The sound is outside of ourselves. Audible. Play with the breath. Try to be patient and kind with the breath and with yourself. Two more rounds here. Just a little playfulness, just a little focus as we can take this prana running through us, this life force, and just bring it in. Let it flow. And then bringing these hands together to your heart center as you bow into your heart, bowing down. And honoring this practice today as I'm so grateful to have internet and be able to practice with you. I'm coming chant to you the student teacher chant, the Shantipat chant. Sahana vavatu, Sahana bhunaktu, Saviryam karvavahai, You can come together if you know the words. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And together for Om. Beautiful as we come together to practice today. Just allowing ourselves to feel each other through this screen, this energy, and the only separation is our bodies, but our spirits, our souls are really connected, and make that your practice to connect. So as we begin today, take these arms, reach them up to the sky, get that nice stretch, and just walk it out a little bit. So as you reach side to side, feel the waist and length into your body. And feel free to move the head a little bit. And just let yourself connect to the movement of your body, nothing forceful. Good. One more time. Beautiful. Take a nice inhale. Take these arms nice and long. We're going to take the palms, we're going to turn them out, and we're going to brush. If you have side walls there, brush the side walls or brush that earth and get space into the shoulders. Fingertips come down just alongside your body. I want you to kind of lift onto those fingertips and open up that chest. Lift the chin slightly and just massage into that heart center. Inhales and exhales. The exhales lifting your heart. One more breath. Beautiful. And then from here, take these arms, sweep them back up to the sky, get that nice big reach. Bring the hands down through your heart center and just bow in there. Just feel that space as you bow your head to your heart. The space in your mind, the space in your heart, but also up the spine, into the shoulders, down into the neck. And then let these hands come down to your knees, however your seat is. We're going to take a nice inhale and lift our chest again, opening up that heart, a little bit of that cow. And then exhale as you round back into that cat, tucking the chin. Again, inhale, lift the chest, open up that heart. Perfect. And exhale as you round back, reaching into the back of the body. Two more like that. Then inhale, lifting the chest, opening up that heart. And exhale as you round. Belly button draws in and you reach into the space, into the back of your body. One more round. Inhale, open up that heart. And exhale as you round in. Love it. Come back up nice and long with the spine. And if your legs are crossed, we're going to take and switch them. Just bring them the other leg in front if you're in that Sukhasana, and just reestablish those sit bones. And as we do, sit nice and tall. Take these arms, reach them up to the sky again. Take that nice inhale, belly button draws in. And exhale, lift the heart. Feel the shoulders melting away from the body here. One more breath like that. That inhale kind of roots us. That exhale kind of lifts and opens our heart. Beautiful. Inhale. And this time again, bring the hands down to your heart center and just bow in there. Feel that space. And then bring these hands back to the knees. And this time we're going to make some circles around the hips. So just kind of rolling one direction. Let the head go. Explore this a little bit more if you can. Good. And then slowly just shift, moving the other way. Take your time, listen to the breath, feel the breath kind of rolling through your body, waving through the body. Good. One more here. Perfect. And then come back to that nice neutral spine, sitting tall. And we're going to take these legs now, so just as we balanced out those hips a little bit, and we're going to bring them into Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. And as you do, I really do encourage sit up onto a blanket so you can get a little bit more space into the lower back. We'll be here for a little bit. So as we sit tall, really connect to the soles of the feet, lift the chest, and let the shoulders melt away from the ears. Take that breath. Inhales. And the exhales, let the hips open, knees open. 2 more. Inhale. And that exhale, heart opens, belly button draws in and up. 1 more. Inhale. And that exhale. Perfect. From here, sitting tall, we're going to take this right hand and we're going to bring it kind of to our shin or our ankle. And this left hand's just going to come a little bit behind us onto those fingertips. We're going to sit nice and tall. So immediately as you do that, kind of feel some space come into the heart center. And then small twist towards that left knee, right? Just a small twist, feeling that space. And then from here, we're going to just let that chin dip down. And we're going to dip it down a little bit towards that left shoulder, that left chest. And just feel that through the neck, down into the shoulder on that right side. And we're kind of using this right hand to help us stay tall as we dip our chin. Get that space into the neck. Take your breath. A little bit of effort here. Focus the mind. 1 more breath. Perfect. Now, from here, we're going to take and just round just slightly. And the chin is going to tuck a little bit more into our center of our chest. And then breathe into the back of the neck a little bit more, but still into that right shoulder. And again, there's a little bit of rounding. And just take 2 breaths there. Again, just feel this in your body. There's no right or wrong here. I'm kind of directing you where the sensations will go. And then you kind of nuzzle around and find that right spot for you. 1 more breath here. Perfect. Now from here, we're going to really lift that belly button in and up as we lift our head and lengthen our spine. Take a breath. Inhale. And then we're going to place this right hand onto that left knee. And we're going to take a deeper breath to lengthen us. And then a little bit more of a twist, but it's not going to go very far. I just want you to open up that chest slightly. Beautiful. And then slow. Take the gaze over that left shoulder. And again, breathing into the neck. 1 breath there. Perfect. Now stay with the twist, but take the gaze over that right shoulder and open up that left chest a little bit and just feel that opening up, a little bit of effort. Good. 1 more breath. Perfect. Now lift that head back up and very slowly bring the hands, slow is the word, back to the shins or the ankles. And we're going to take those cow cats here. So starting with the cow, just a lifting of the chest just to balance out that spine. And then that exhale slow as you round into the cat, getting that nice length and extension into the spine. 2 more like that. Inhale, open up. And exhale as you slowly round. Belly button draws in, pelvis tucks. 1 more. Good. And that exhale. Perfect. Now from here, sitting tall again. Yeah, we're going to come to the other side. So we're going to take this left hand, come to the ankle or the shin. It's really up to you what space is right. And this right hand comes behind us and it's kind of lifted up onto the fingertips. That's where we're going to start. Sit nice and tall and just note these shoulders. Let them melt away from the ears. Take and lift that belly button in and out. And just a little twist over that right knee. I have more space on this side because I'm not as tight into that opposite hip. So just breathe there. Little notice of things in your body. 1 more breath. Open up that heart. Beautiful. And then just begin to turn the head a little bit to the right and then just dip that chin slightly down. And I say slight and slow so that you can really notice what's going on in your body. You don't want to jar anything and move quickly and disconnect. So just notice again into the neck, into the chest a little bit, that left shoulder, the effort of the core, the shoulder blades slightly drawing together and down the back of the body. 1 more breath there. Perfect. Now, just slow, begin to lift that chin a little bit up. Good. And then just slowly bring it back down and round ever so slightly. So just notice how that feels. A little bit of drawing the belly button in. Just feel how this runs a little bit into the mid back now. Good. One more breath. Good. Now really lift the belly button in and up to come out of that rounded spine. And as you do, get that length. We're going to take this left hand and we're going to bring it to that right knee. Sit a little taller and take a little twist here. Just notice what it is for you. The heart opens, the shoulders melt down the back of the body. Take a nice inhale and that exhale. And then slowly just take that gaze over that right shoulder a little bit, breathing into the neck, left side. Good. And again. And then ever so slowly, take that gaze through center and then over that left shoulder and open up that heart a little bit. All of these shapes, small, they don't need to be huge, but there is an effort there, right? To kind of reach into the space. The core is lifting up, trying to relax these hips. One more breath. Love it. And enough of that. As we lift our head slowly up, come back through to center. This time, take a nice inhale, grow long, and then exhale. I want you to sit back again into that cat and just round the spine. Tuck the chin. Good. Just a nice stretch there, balancing out that spine. One more breath. Perfect. Now from here, lift the belly button, come back up, nice long spine. Slide the hands down, maybe to the ankles, or they might wrap around the toes. And just come forward a little bit and just rock slightly side to side. And for me, I hold so much tension in my neck, so I like to just take and kind of rock it a little bit, slow, and just let some of that go, getting me out of my mind into the sweetness of my heart. Good. So here, taking 2 more breaths. Those inhales, you might reach a little bit longer into it, and those exhales, again, opening up these hips. Good, and again, inhale. And then exhale. Beautiful. Lift the belly button in and up again. Slowly slide yourself up. And from here, we're going to move to tabletop position. So hands and knees. Take your time. And as you come in, you might bring a blanket under your knees if that's something that helps with your knees. And if you have bad knees, I know somebody out there has some knees bothering them a little bit lately. You can always do some of these movements on your back. You can take and do a pelvic tilt from your back and get that same movement of the cat-cow. So wherever you are, just explore these different shapes. Make them about you. As we come into our cow, we're going to curl our toes under and lift our chest. It should feel good in the spine, especially after those first twists. And then when your next exhale comes, release the toes and round your spine up to the sky. And just pause there. Again, let the head go. Push out of the hands. And then when the next inhale comes, lift your chest, curl your toes under. Should feel sweet. And then exhale, 1 breath as we move into that cat. Inhale, as you lift your chest, curl your toes, open up your heart. Exhale, as you release and round into your spine. Just 2 more here. Really connect breath and movement. Exhale back. 1 more here. Inhale, so you come back to that cow. And then from here, we're going to move into a downward facing dog. And again, if the dog is not for you, you can always keep the knees down, slide into a child's pose. Just pedal wherever you are. So that child's pose, you can rock a little bit side to side. In this dog, same thing. Just keep it easeful. Let the head go. Keep the energy running through the body. Let that prana, that pranayama, that ujjayi connect you. Listen to your breath. And again. Should feel good. Love it. And then if you're in that downward dog, we're going to bring our knees down for all of us down to the earth. If you're in that child, come back up, tabletop position, or if you're on your back, you can stay there. So we're going to take this right leg, we're going to reach it out behind us, get that nice length there. From the heel of the foot to the crown of the head, just focus, take your breath, inhale, and stay with it for the exhale. One more, a little bit of that control, that focus. Love it. Now, from here, we're going to take this right knee and we're going to bend it. And we're just going to start by circling that foot, but really staying square and balanced in that hip, feeling that belly button lifting in and up. And then switch, head the other way with that ankle. Perfect. Good. And then from here, just a little bit more, we're going to circle that hip one direction. Again, try to stabilize through the hips, through the core, not collapse shoulders or hips, but get length. Switch other way. 2, and 3. Perfect. Now take this leg long, reach it out behind you. Lift the chest a little bit, lift the leg a little bit, and then bring the toes down onto the mat and sit back as you massage into that heel. Now, if you're that person with the knees, you can do this on your back and just extend the right leg to the sky with the hands behind it and just point and flex the foot. Yeah, so you get that same nice energy up the back of the leg. One more breath here, inhale. Sit back into the heel with that exhale. Perfect. Now bring this right knee down. Find that focus. Maybe give the arms a little bit of a shift to get that muscles relaxed again, and then take that left leg out behind. Crown of head is long. Push through the heel to the crown of the head. Find that breath. Pranayama, Ujjayi. Listen to the breath. Good. Just one more. Good. And then bend that left knee, and we're going to circle this ankle one direction. Again, you may not know it or you may feel it. We are working muscles in the arms. We are working muscles in the hips, back, core, right? So, and that mental muscle. Switch directions in that ankle. Beautiful. Remember to breathe. Good. And then from here, just a little bit more. We're going to take and circle that hip one direction. Good. And the other. So 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Extend that leg long. Lift the chest just once here. Good. And then bring those toes down underneath you and sit back into that heel, right? So just getting a nice little massage into the back of that leg, the calf, the foot, the ankle. 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Perfect. Now, from here, bring the knees down. For all of us, we're going to bring the knees wide, toes together, and we're going to sit back into that child. But again, I encourage you to take your time here. And again, the knees, you can be on your back and just draw the knees into your chest, opening these knees wide. So whatever it is for you, just stay with the practice with me and each other and just find some movement in our bodies. And as you sit back, the sit bones might sit back towards the heels. You might find that chest melting to the earth, the forehead melting to the earth. And just come back to this beautiful practice, this practice of yoga, calming the agitations or the monkey mind. 1 more breath here. And we're going to walk these hands over to the right a little bit. Again, make it about you. If you're looking for a deeper stretch, just walk that hand a little bit further. And I like to bend my right arm a little bit more. And then exhale into it all along the left side of your body, letting the head go. A wonderful opportunity to listen to the breath that's right in front of you. 2 more. 1 more breath here. slowly walking back to center. Just take a breath there. Inhale and exhale back. Walk the hands over to the left. And same thing. Again, it doesn't need to be huge. Protect your shoulders. If you want to go a little bit deeper, walk that right arm a little bit deeper as you sink into the earth. Find your breath. Relax the body and stay connected. One more breath here. Perfect. And then slow, walk back to center. And from here, take your time, just come up, hands and knees come back underneath you. Good. We're going to take a nice inhale. We're going to lift to that cow pose, curl the toes under. And we're going to exhale either into that downward dog or maybe into a puppy dog or back into that child's pose. So whatever it is for you, there's those 3 options or any other shape you want to take. Breathing in and out. Find that breath. And again, inhales and those exhales. From here, we're going to take these hands, walk them back to the feet, keeping the feet a little bit wider or finding your way there however you like. And you can always slide props underneath the hands to just take some of that depth out of it. So whatever feels right to you, just take some time. Let the head go. Let the body shift. Let it open up. Letting the weight shift side to side slightly. Should feel good. Wherever you are, just try and bend the knees enough so that you can get space through the whole back of the body. We have this tendency, or our mind has this tendency to just focus on the hamstrings and opening them up. I want you to soften, breathe into the body. Inhales and exhales. One more breath here. And then from here, we're going to really tuck the chin, lift the belly, lift the inner thighs, and we're going to roll up. Keep the head heavy. We're going to roll up. 6, 5, 4, 3. Feels good there. 2 and 1. And at the top of that 1, sweep these arms up to the sky. Get that nice big reach. Open up the heart, palms together, and then exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale here, sweep up again. Feet can be a little bit wider. And exhale, hands to your heart center, a little half sun. Good, one more like that. Inhale, open up your heart, stretch your body. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Take a nice inhale, lift up. We're going to hook these thumbs at the top. And we're going to exhale over to the right. And again, breathing into that left side of our body. Take your time. And again, one more breath there. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up, switch the hook of the thumbs, and exhale over to the other side. And just feel that space all the way into the right side of our bodies. 2 more breaths. Stay connected, not forceful. And 1 more breath. Beautiful. Take a nice inhale. Go long with the body. Nice big stretch. And then hands through your heart center. We're going to fold forward and come back into a forward fold. Uttanasana. And then from here, slide the hands. They can come up to the shins or to the thighs. Spine is long. Pause there. Shoulders down. The back of the body, heart is open. 2 breaths. Inhale, lift the belly button. Exhale, feel the muscles sort of slightly contracting. Again, inhale. And then exhale. Love it. Take a nice inhale and fold forward with that exhale. Walk the hands out. We're going to find our way back either to that child or that downward dog or a combination of all of the above. So whatever it is for you. Exhaling into it. And again. Perfect. Now if you're in that dog, bring these knees down. Yeah, so we all come back to that tabletop position. We're going to walk our hands out slightly out in front. And we're just going to shift forward to this knee down plank. Opening up the heart again, shoulders down away from the ears, lifting that pelvic floor. Feeling a little bit of the inner thighs lifting as well. Take a breath. Inhale. And then from here, bend the elbows and move all the way down to the earth as you exhale. Should feel sweet. We're going to move into 3 cobras. Peel your heart center off the earth, elbows close to you. And exhale as you melt. And again, inhale, just kind of sweetly lifting your heart, lifting the belly button. Exhale. One more. Sweet little cobra, strong legs. Exhale as you melt. Perfect. From here, we're going to lift our chest, push back, and exhale all the way back. This time, keep the hips a little bit higher, and hands can come a little bit wider. So we kind of sit back into this puppy dog pose, and just feel the chest opening. And again, shoulder people, please don't overdo these poses. The shoulders, really just such fine little pieces on our body. We want to really honor those gems. 2 more breaths. Really stay connected to the sensation. Don't overdo. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to come back up. Keep the hands out in front. And we're going to shift forward. Last time here, that knee down plank. And then exhale, lower your body all the way down. 1 cobra here as we inhale and lift our chest, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower. That's our 1. Good. And inhale back, Bhujangasana. Push out of the hands. We're at tabletop now. Good. From here, we're going to take this right leg, just reach it out behind us a little bit, and then step or help this right foot come forward between the hands. And this is where I encourage you with those props to have something for some elevation. So with that right foot in front, the hands either side, we're just going to lean forward a little bit, coming into this lunge, and lift and open up the heart, and just breathe there. So again, these props, I'm going to bring mine in for sure. Yeah, so they kind of get a little more length into the body. Inhales and exhales. Let that heart open here. 1 more breath, just like that. And exhale. Now from here, we're just going to take a nice inhale. Lift a little bit more. Open up that heart. Draw the belly button in and exhale into that kind of cat back. 2 more like that. That inhale lifts and opens us. And exhale as we round here. 1 more. That inhale lifts and opens the chest, shoulders down away from the ears. And that exhale as we round. Beautiful. Inhale. We're going to lift that chest ever so slightly. And then hands are going to come to the top of that right knee. And we're going to lift up, shoulders over hips. Find that gaze out in front. Focus. Relax into the shoulders. Open up that heart. 1 more breath here. Beautiful. From here, take these arms. If it feels okay, take both up or keep one down. Doesn't matter. Take your breath, inhales. And the exhales, just open up a little bit. 1 more breath. Inhale. And then exhale. Perfect. Now from here, we're going to take and lift the arms, reach them out in front. So look, we're getting that nice big stretch. And the hands are going to slide. Maybe find those props. Yeah. And then extend that right leg long. Coming right into this half Hanumanasana, this half split. Shift around, make it about you. And we're going to flow here, taking a nice inhale, just kind of lifting our chest a little bit. And then exhale as we melt into it. 2 more. Inhale, lift your chest a little bit. And then exhale, melting into it. Good. Make it about you. Don't overdo. We don't need force with the hamstrings. Exhale. And then from here, just pause. Let the head release, and as you do, you'll notice a little bit more up the back of the leg, up the side of the spine. 2 more. 1 more. Perfect. And then as we come out of this, that right foot slides back to the earth. And we can slide back either to that puppy dog, that child, or you might step back and revisit the downward dog. Again, these are always those options. Find your breath. If you're in that dog or even in that child, whatever it is, if you want to take a little flow, coming to that knee down plank, lowering to that cobra as you lift your chest, and then back, that's fine. Make it about you. I'm staying with the gentle. You can always add on. 1 more breath wherever you are. And from this downward dog, if you're there, we're going to bring the knees down again. Hands and knees. And we're going to take and step this left foot forward. So just finding that setup of it. Yeah, and the blocks or props, bring them right in. Just love that. And then just come forward a little bit, opening up this front hip. Feeling the foundation, that back foot, toes can be curled or released. This front foot, really get that whole foot reaching in and out of the earth. Spine is long here. And then from here, we're gonna move. So take a nice inhale, open up the chest a little bit, and then lift the belly as you exhale and tuck the chin, breathing into the back of the shoulder blades. 2 more like that. That inhale opens up that heart. And that belly button draws in as you exhale and round that spine. 1 more. Inhale, just make it about you. Lift that chest. And exhale as you round. Beautiful. From here, come back nice and neutral. Good. And then we're going to take these hands. We're going to slide them to the top of that left knee and lift our chest up. So just shift a little bit if you need it. Good, hands there, shoulders over the hips, and just pause, just endlessly finding that balance, relaxing the shoulders, opening up the heart. And then from here, again, that option, both arms or 1 arm can sweep up, and just feel the side body as it reaches, heart opens. 2 breaths here, wherever you are. Again, it can look like this. 1 breath. Beautiful. Take a nice inhale, reach a little bit longer. And then with the exhale, reach out in front. Lots of core, lots of leg. Let the hands drape down, find those props, and extend that leg long. So a little shift wherever you need. Good. Settle in. And then we move. Take a nice inhale. Just lift a little bit out of it. And then exhale as you melt back into it. And again, inhale as you lift out of it. And exhale as you shift and release back into it. Just 1 more, and then we'll hold it a little bit. And this exhale as you pause into it. And just make it about you. Again, you can use these props. Remember, you can always be much higher here with the props, depending on your body, depending on what it needs. Good, 1 more breath. Perfect. And then from here, we're going to come back. We're going to bend that left knee, bring that left foot down onto the earth, and we're going to just take a little travel here. So we're going to lift that back leg, and we're going to walk the blocks around, and we're going to come into a wide stance here. So again, I brought the blocks with me. They can be much higher, and the legs might come a little bit wider. Just try not to have the toes turned out, please, and have them turned a little bit in towards this line underneath you. Good. And then take a nice inhale, grow long, and then stay with that length. I'll show you from the side. And just exhale, round a little bit into it. Feels good. And again, inhale, grow long, but just lift the chin a little bit, lift the tail a little bit. Be really mindful of your body. And then slow exhale, belly draws in, you hollow out, you tuck the chin. Good, and just one more like that. Should feel sweet. And then exhale, hollow out. Love it. And then slowly from here, find that long spine again. We're going to engage, lift those inner thighs, the core as well. Hands come to the hip creases and soften the knees, but lift the inner thighs to come up. Find your balance. Good, love it. Take a nice inhale, sweep up to the sky, open up that heart, and exhale, hook the thumbs over to the right again. Go a little deeper. Inhale, come back just for one breath, and exhale, over to the left. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up, and then exhale, just slowly fold forward again. Take your time here. Hands can find those blocks. Good. And we're going to walk back to the front of our mats. No rush. Take your time. A little bit of movement, a little bit of that balance. And this time, bring that knee back down or step back, downward facing dog, or back to that child's pose. If you want another flow, this is your time. Up to you if you want to come through, knees down, lower, lift, and slide back. We can all meet into that child's pose. 2 more breaths if you're in that child already. Really connect to your practice, the awakening of your body, the relaxing and releasing of that monkey mind. Perfect. And then very slowly just roll yourself up. Good. And we're going to take these legs and we're going to bring them out in front of us. We're going to take one little pose, one little shape before we come down to the earth. So we've worked a lot onto the back of the body and the opening of this heart. Just want you to keep the feet onto the earth, the knees slightly bent. You can always extend them more, up to you. And we're just going to take these hands starting behind the knees. Feet can be a little bit wider. Take a nice inhale, grow long, and then just draw the torso towards the thighs here. And then you might find you have the space to take the fingertips or the wrists or the elbows behind the knees. But stay, get that nice long spine. Inhale. And then from here, exhale. Let the head slow, round. Breathe into the backs of the shoulders, the shoulder blades. Nice back bend here. Good, and that bind of the hands, the wrists, the elbows, creating a nice stretch. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Perfect. Lift the belly button in and up. And slowly just tuck that chin and roll up with the support of the core. Perfect. Bring these hands, these feet down onto the earth. The legs can be long here, just one more shape. You're coming into that Dandasana. I like to kind of shift my sit bones, and again, you might bring that blanket underneath, especially when you're really tight. When I started practicing yoga, I have to say this was one of my least favorite poses because I was so tight through the backs of my legs, my hips, and my lower back. I'm still tight there, but not like I was. Take a nice inhale, sit tall, fingertips on the earth. Remember we kind of started here? Push through the heels and let the inner thighs drop down to the earth, this internal rotation. Open up the heart, take your exhale, lift the chest ever so slightly. And again, another breath. Inhale, a little bit of engagement. That exhale. Beautiful. One more breath. Inhale. Beautiful. But on this time with the exhale, just let yourself round here. Good. You can slide the soles of the feet onto the earth and begin to lower yourself down. So maybe you take it into a core practice with the arms, the chin tucked, belly button lifting, or maybe you go with me Forearms down. And just find your way down to the earth. Feels really nice to be here. Good. And as you arrive down, just rock these knees a little bit, side to side. Good. These nice, slow windshield wipers. Perfect. One more time, each direction. Love it. And then from here, bring the knees back to neutral. We're going to let these heels or these ankles be somewhat under the knees, but not forced. I often see people really get them really tight to your sit bones. Just find that nice sort of organic place for you. Palms down onto the earth. And imagine you're holding a block between the knees just to keep that inner thigh energy, and just peel yourself off the earth, off this mat, and open up that heart. Take a breath. Inhale. Beautiful. Tuck the chin and roll yourself down a little bit. Good. And as you arrive, taking that again, inhale, just sweep up, opening up the front of those hips. And then exhale, just roll yourself down. Good. One more, just like that. But at the top, we're going to just pause for a moment. Inhale, peel yourself off, pausing there. If you like, you can always walk the hands underneath you, but again, be really mindful of those shoulders. And I'm going to keep my hands down alongside. Take another breath. Lift off the earth. Feel the knees reaching to the front. And then inhale here. Lift the heels of the feet, arms overhead, and then exhale, begin to roll yourself down. Let the arms follow, and let the heels come down. Should feel good. Draw that right knee into your chest, give it a hug. Take that left leg, extend it long. And as you draw this knee into the chest, just feel a nice length into that left leg, into that spine. And we're going to take this right knee across our bodies over to the left. And as we do, we open up that opposite arm to a T, as long as it feels okay in the shoulders. Right? You can always place this hand onto your rib, taking some of that out of the shoulder. And remember, this top knee, it doesn't have to go to the earth. Find that sweet balance from the knee to the shoulder. Whatever it is for you, just take your time here. Opening up. Breathing in and out. One more breath here. Should feel good. Perfect. And then as we come back through, we're going to cross this right ankle over that left knee and bring that spine back into neutral. And just pause here. Take your time. And you might stay here, or you can always slide a book or a can of soup or a block underneath that left foot, or slide the hands behind this left knee and just draw the knees in. And again, notice where the tension comes into maybe the mind, into the shoulders, into the neck. See if you can release some of that wherever you are. One more. Should feel good. And then bring this left foot back down to the earth. And we're going to take this right foot and bring it down to the earth as well. And if you like, just a nice gentle rocking of the hips, the knees. Perfect. Good. And then just coming to the other side, drawing that left knee into your chest, behind the knee or in front, whatever feels right. And we're going to take this right leg, extend it long, and just pause there. Feel that space into the front of the hip. Beautiful. And then from here, taking this left knee across our body as we draw it slowly across. Just allow that sweet balance, right? From the left shoulder across the body. So we don't want to overdo. And remember that left hand can always be on the rib cage, or it might open out to a T. Whatever feels right for you. Tap into your body. Notice the thoughts that may arise. Release them. Release the chatter of the mind. And focus it. Focus it to the breath. To the gratitude. To the thanks for all we do have. Perfect. And then ever so softly, just begin to release. And as we do, that right knee can bend and this left ankle can cross over it, opening it up, right? Pause here. Get that balance into the lower back. Staying here or placing a block under that right foot or some prop, or if the hips feel like they want it and it's right, wrap the hands behind that right leg and draw the knees in. And just take your breath there. This is my really tight hip, and it's exceptionally tight today for some reason, probably the internet tension. So I'm going to just shift and take this pose this way, placing that foot on a block. Just take 2 more breaths here, just keeping it sweet, keeping it light. Perfect. And then slowly placing the foot, that right foot back down onto the earth, and let that left foot unravel. And again, nice gentle rocking side to side. Good. And just finally, just bringing these knees into the chest. Let the lower back stay on the earth. And if you like, let the knees open a little wider, kind of toes towards each other. I love this. It's kind of that child's pose on our backs. And if you like, you can take it from this pose, this supine child's pose, and maybe come into that happy baby. You might take the yogi toe lock, which I love, or the inner outer edges of the feet. And just rock a little bit. Just feel this beautiful practice in your body today, this morning. Beautiful. And then slowly releasing, knees come back to your heart center. And then soles of the feet melt to the earth. We're going to take these legs, just extend them long. And you can always bring a prop, a blanket behind the knees if you like, just to keep some stress out of the back. And really take a nice inhale here, creating space into the back of the body, the shoulder blades, the lower back. Exhale softly out through the mouth. And just let your body go. Just pausing here into this space, into this Shavasana. As you relax into this earth, and just notice all the muscles. Let them soften, let them go, let them release. And if your mind is still busy and still trying to get in there and distract you, focus then towards the breath. Just feel the breath, the elements of the breath, the sound, the sensations, the vibration. stay with this practice. So important. Just really training our minds, letting our bodies be comfortable with the stillness and Shavasana, this hardest pose of all, they say. Just let go. And just feel this space here, this gratitude for your practice here. Bring the hands down onto your heart center. Notice this breath. Notice this time here in your practice of yoga where we try and train that mind, that monkey mind. Maybe you felt it some of the time. Notice how that felt when you just let yourself go into the sweetness of your practice, the sweetness of you. And remember those feelings. Softly just roll yourself onto your side, into that fetal position, pausing there. That space of gratitude, that space of thanks. And then taking your time, lifting yourself up and finding your seat. Sitting nice and tall. And bringing your hands to your heart center. And just bowing into your heart. That space of the back of the body, that neck, the shoulders that we worked on today. But also that space right in front of you. That goodness, that foundation of love, loving kindness. Take a nice inhale as you lift your head. Exhale out through the mouth. And together for Om Shanti 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 Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste, yogis. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad we survived the full hour without getting cut out. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah Willis, who's been in this class today, is one of my teachers from one of my trainings. She's a lovely teacher. Go check her out. She teaches wonderful Ashtanga yoga as well. So probably sarahwillis.com. You can always type it in, Sarah, if I got it wrong. Anyway, just love it. So again, supporting each other, this practice, Shanti Pachant, student teacher, and we are all students and teachers to each other. Namaste. Thank you so much.